So I'm about to head out and leave Patchen's Point behind. It was great. Actually slept pretty well last night. There's like a hillside collapse over here. Saw that last night. It is pretty steep, so not terribly surprising. Happens. It does look kind of new. Still green leaves and that. And the water came up overnight, at least a foot. But Wilder Dam is like 5 or 6 miles downstream of here, and it is pond and release hydroelectric. Last I knew, we were supposed to get like 1.5 inches of rain today, so may not be the best conditions for filming, but we'll see. So 5 or 6 miles to Wilder Dam, then Portage, and then we'll see some flowing water, which I'm looking forward to. There's a lot of rowing right around here. They seem to be out of the park that was right across from the campsite. It does make me feel slow, but I could go pretty long distances in a boat like this and go for multiple days. So. This is Ledyard Canoe Club. There's a club of Dartmouth College. This is Ledyard Bridge. They are doing some work right now, but this is where the Appalachian Trail crosses the river. Pretty cool. It was supposed to rain all day. And it's sunny. Not sure what to make of it, but I'm going to take my dry top off when I get to the island here. So this is Gilman Island. There is a cabin here that you can rent. Titcomb Cabin. And I think Ledyard Canoe Club handles that. So there's the cabin at this end, and then there are some campsites, first come first serve, at that end. So Titcomb Cabin is available for rent. Looks like it has actually a sink, which is kind of surprising. A wood stove, bunks for 2, or probably mats for sleeping on the floor as well. So looks pretty nice. There's a campfire set up over here, and a privy out there, enclosed. Looks pretty decent. Looks like we got a railroad utility vehicle doing some maintenance or checking things out or something. Wilder Dam. So I got the spillway over on the left here, and then the generators are over on the right. Portage time. Everybody's favorite time. One last load of gear, and then I'll clear the boat up. Oh yeah, slippery rocks. to carry the gear down the steps. Got my gear down, time to carry the boat. Everybody's favorite. Oh yeah. Looking forward to some moving water after all that flat water I've had. White River Junction ahead. This is the confluence of White River and Connecticut River. Got a big pile up of debris behind that silo. Also got a ton of silt in White River. Not very clear. So White River Junction, Vermont is obviously the junction of the White River and Connecticut River, but it's also a junction for other things too, like major highways, Route 91 and Route 89. And also train routes as well. There's an informal put-in here at Lyman Point Park, right here, right at the corner of Connecticut River and White River. So that would probably be kind of convenient to be able to go to a convenience store in this area or something like that to get water or supplies. My first multi-day trip on the Connecticut River started right there at Lyman Point Park. So this could get interesting. They're obviously doing work on Route 89, and they built this structure underneath it, but there's a lot of log jams in front of it. Got up there somehow. Must have been high water. Burnham Island. So I had my lunch in Burnham Island and that was nice. I did notice that the water came up considerably just in that span of time. So it bears repeating, you know, if you camp here or you lunch here, there is a bond and release dam not far upstream. So pull your boat way out of the water, tie it up, what have you. So it is an issue. There we go. Ottaquiche River. Got some silty water in the Ottaquiche. Yeah, a lot of water. Sumner Falls. I've done this before in my Liquid Logic Remix XP9. I think it was like 1 to 2,000 cubic feet per second at the West Lebanon gauge station upstream of here. So that was fun. It's going to be a different experience because I'm in a much bigger boat and our current flow rate is like 15,000 cubic feet per second at the same gauge station. So, much bigger water, bigger boat. We shall see. I've scouted to the extent that I can, and I've portaged some of my excess gear around it. That was pretty intense. That was big water. It's very different because at the 1,000, 2,000 cubic feet per second level, the drop was all spread out over a wide area, a wide width of the river. And here that was a moderate level, but because the drop was all spread out, there was not a lot of speed going into it. So you could just go back and forth in front of it and figure out where you wanted to go. So this is entirely different. Yahoo! It's really something. It's really something. So after I ran Sumner Falls, once I got back into the waves just for fun, I had not stowed things on my deck quite as carefully as I had the first time around, and so as a result I lost my map. So that's a drag. I had been intending to check out the cell phone app, which I did get, and give that a fair trial and see what I thought. But, you know, I'm kind of hooked on maps, so so I hadn't really been using it. But now I have a chance to give it a fair trial. So there you go. First good view of Mount Muscatney. It'd be nice if it weren't so hazy, but at least it wasn't hazy when I went up there. So this is Path of Life Sculpture Garden and Great River Outfitters. So they have their own camping things set up here. Their deluxe tents and all that jazz. That is not free camping. Less than no trespassing sign. We are supposed to actually pay to tour the sculpture garden, but I'm not doing the whole thing right now, just trying to give you a view. So there are various big sculptures like this, and actually I think there's space for bonfires there too. There's a maze over there made out of hedges, and there's various other stuff. It's pretty interesting, and it's a big area. Burnham Meadow campsite. A special thank you to my friend Darren. You may have seen some videos with me paddling with Darren before, and he also sold me that boat that I'm using, but he's also one of the caretakers now of this campsite, Burnham Meadow. So, cool. So, here's my hammock under quilts, and the rainfly wants some extra air. It could be my imagination, but I think that train is late. It's like 6:45, and I think that train is supposed to get to White River Junction at like 6. I'd have to check, but I don't know. I think it's late. Clothesline. Kind of late for drying things, but whatever.